Welcome to the Monica Makes It Happen show. I'm Monica Morales, and I'm so excited about this show. Number one, because we have one of our community champions, one of my favorite CEOs here, but also because there is breaking news and there's some real good that we can do right away. That's what the show is all about. Is we do still do breaking news on the Monica Makes It Happen show. A community needs our help, and on the front lines, as always, is Sheila Duke. Sheila, your organization, Roads to Success, helps in every way, every day, right, for our children. And what I love about your organization is you are the boots on the ground. You are the people, the front lines when things happen. And boy, did something happen, right? First, talk to me about this gas explosion and fire that ripped through this Bronx neighborhood and how you sprung into action.
Thank you, Monica, and it's a pleasure to be in this space with you. So, Roads to Success is a youth service nonprofit. We've been serving children and families for nearly 25 years. And so, when I got the call on late Friday night that we needed to open our community centers, so we operate the Cornerstone Community Center that's funded through DYCD at Boston C courthouses. And it wasn't just about the emergency, but you can hear that there was an immediate need that we needed to respond to. And so my team quickly jumped in, and we were boots on the ground, helping families get out of the cold to get immediate relief in this horrific tragedy that happened with the fire. So there was a gas explosion. They needed to evacuate the building, and we immediately went into action. We sprung into response because helping our families when they're at their highest and even at their lowest, that is the essence of Roads to Success, helping the trajectories of families even when they don't know they need the help.
You know, it's in those moments of crisis where you really see how powerful your organization is and can be. And this is when the news lady comes out in me. I change hats. I'm like advocacy, but then I become a news lady. 15 people were injured. I mean, this was a catastrophe in the Bronx, and already these families are hurting. The economy is tough, jobs are scarce. So they need things. And guess what happened? Sheila, you were there. The Roads to Success was there in those first 24 hours. And now people, we cover it, the news, we go and then we leave. But guess what? Sheila, you stay. The Roads to Success, you are there. You have the center there. You're there every 24/7. So tell me, what can we do? What do you need?
So this is not just about emergency relief. Like, we're staying with these families. They need to rebuild. We need to continue to have them connect to resources. Of course, we will be distributing donations alongside with everyone. There's an outpouring of giving and generosity right now, which is amazing. But more importantly, we want to be the community partner that helps them not only support them where they are in their rebuilding, but to help them regain stability, to make sure that they move forward with confidence and dignity and strength. That grit and resilience that we teach our young people in our programs. Now is the time for us to champion that, not only for our young people, but also for their families.
I love that. And practically speaking, is there something that our audience can do? Like, what should they be sending you? What can they do?
Absolutely. So tangible things. Just imagine your whole world is upripped and you have nothing, right? So these families are starting all over. So the smallest things, from clothes to socks to shoes to household essentials, right? Those are things that can absolutely be dropped off to our community center, Boston Seeker, on a daily basis. Generosity also is tangible, right? So monetary donations, if there are monetary donations, feel free. They can send them to Roads to Success, earmark at Boston Secor. We are committed to serving the children and families over there, and we will be there for the many, many days ahead. And we will definitely work with, the TA and all of our community partners to make sure that we are doing something in a concerted effort that can help this community rebuild adequately.
I love it. And it's such a crisis center that you've set up there, just of hope, right? It's 3540 Bavonia Street. But can they drop off donations there? And then the monetary donations, just for clarification, they can do it on your website?
Absolutely. We have a donate button. They can say what it's for. They can go to the community center on Bavonia. They're there until 10 o'clock at night every day. And so there's someone in that building at all times.
That's incredible. So fortunate to have you on the front lines. When we come back, a quick commercial break, we're going to come back with our CEO and talk about 25 years of helping the community, how they're building. I like the trajectory, that word trajectory, because that I can visualize that, going down the wrong path and then going toward the best life. When we come back, they're doing that for so many countless families and children. That's after the commercial break. All right, we're back, and I can't even believe she's here. We got the CEO, Sheila Duke, is here, the Roads to Success CEO. We love your organization. You're in so many different communities, but we've focused on the Bronx for our first block. But I want to talk about how you're literally all across the city. But your dream is to be in every community for your 25th year, right? But you just need the support and the partners.
Absolutely. So you said it. As we celebrate 25 years at Rose to Success, it is all about deepening our roots, expanding our partnerships, and even expanding into new geographic locations. So right now, Rose to Success, we serve Brooklyn, Bronx, and Manhattan, but we really want to now grow tenants in Queens. And so we are looking to continue to expand what we do so that we can create pathways for every young person in New York City to thrive and find their self confidence. And so that is something on the horizon that's very exciting for us.
And I love that it's free. Like these after school programs are so critical and usually so expensive, and that's so hard to find. But it's free, and you have these incredible partners already. So tell me about that. I mean, these are programs that you've seen change. Can you share maybe a story or two, or tell us how it changes children's lives?
Absolutely. So our program has impact beyond dividends because we want to foster that every child has the potential to succeed in life, regardless of zip code and circumstance. We envision a world where every young person has an equitable playing field so that they have access and opportunity that any young person in New York City has. So we are the champion. And so there's so many ways that somebody can get involved with our organization, from volunteering at our programs, hosting corporate visits, exposing our students to real career pathways, mentoring, tutoring, literacy conversations, college visits, right? We run the gamut. And so just for an anecdote, you don't know the impact that you're making in a young person's life, but many of our young people, and we call them future leaders, they come back saying, had not been for Roads to Success, bringing me to that college, I would have never imagined myself attaining the dream of making college a reality.
I love that. I love that because it's true. Like you have to help, you have to guide, that's so important. I was just hosting the Beacon Awards last night, and I was talking to a very powerful woman who was in corporate America, and she felt kind of empty. She felt like there was no purpose for her until she started volunteering. So if there's someone watching who might be similar to that woman, who may be going to work and say, I wish there was something that I could do. I wish my company, maybe a financial institution, I wish we could do something that would be a, I don't know, team building kind of situation. What would you say to them?
I would say Roads to Success is the perfect place to do that. Again, the impact that your organization, your corporate entity would make yields in the reality that you are equipping the next generation of leaders. And that is what Rose to Success is about. Our core values of belonging, generosity, independence, and mastery can be intertwined in anything and everything that we do. It's not just about making sure that their careers are lined up, but giving them the self confidence and the ability to recognize that they can do the impossible.
It comes from the top. I always say, my boss is awesome. So you're awesome. So it trickles down when you meet the CEO and the CEO has that mission in mind and is so passionate about it. Give me the stats. You are huge. Okay. Your organization has such coverage of our community. Can you just give me some statistics?
Absolutely. So we serve over 8,000 young people annually. We're in over 30 locations, again, in Bronx, Brooklyn, and Manhattan. Hopefully, Queens coming to a community near you. And so we employ over 120 staff people that then work in community. And oftentimes these are reflective, culturally responsive, right? Individuals that look and feel like our young people that are their role models. And so we run the gamut. I say we're not only showing our community the road to success, but also the people that we employ.
And you know what I love about you is that you're into mentoring because I really am a firm believer. I still need a mentor to this day, and I'm such an old lady already, but you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a certain age. You always need a mentor, and mentoring is one of your like the heart of your organization. Financial literacy, these are all pillars, and I think that that is the power that we have that internal power, but we also need guidance for our children.
Yes, we underestimate the power of mentorship, and that every young person has someone that they can look up to for guidance and support. So oftentimes our role models at Rose to Success serve as those mentors, the support to help them through, for example, the tough time right now that the families that are at Boston Seacor, right? Our employees are feeling that same hurt, right, for those families. And they're going to be there to be the role model, to show them what resilience looks like in real time, to show them what tenacity means, to show them what it means to show up for someone when they don't know that they need someone to show up for themselves. And so having a mentor is critical, letting our kids know that it's okay to need help and that you want somebody to show you the way. And so that's the secret within Roads to Success, right? Making sure that we amplify that in every community that we serve.
Growing up with not so much myself, you have that mentality. I can struggle and I don't want to ask for help, and then when you finally just say, I need help, it's such a powerful thing. And you're there, of course, for so many families. When we come back, one more commercial break, we do our speed round. We're going to talk about mission, success, and what, again, our audience can do because it takes a community to make it happen. That's after the commercial break. All right, we're back with now. I think you're one of my favorite CEOs now, Sheila. Sheila, Sheila Duke is here. You are a Pix 11 community champion, our Road to Success, and she's going to also be on our TV show. I always joke we do TV too. We have a TV station too because I love this digital programming that we have and our closed television. But let's talk a little bit about this is my speed round where I want to ask you all the questions that I want to ask. And for me, it's mission. Like, what is your personal mission? Is there a quote that you live by or that you every day you kind of bring with you to the job? Because you have a tough job, Sheila. It's not easy what you do every day. You're fighting the good fight.
Yes. And so our mission at Rose Success is very simple. And we want it to be a household mission. Our mission is to inspire and empower every young person to take control of their future. And so it's easy enough for anyone to understand. And so that is our mission. That's what gets me up in the morning, knowing that I am going to ignite something that's going to change a young person's life.
It's opportunity. You're giving them opportunity. Like, what is something like if you, like, let's say, could, do something for every child? What is the one thing that you think is needed that maybe someone can execute in their communities immediately? What's that first step, you think?
That first step is awareness that the playing field is not equal and that we do have young people that are disadvantaged and they're not on the same playing field as others.
Mm.
And so acknowledging that you want to do something to level the playing field is a step that anyone can take.
Yeah, and you know what that sometimes takes is actually going to a community center like yours and seeing the work that's being done and meeting the children, meeting your staff, meeting people. That's always powerful too. And we love telling the stories on TV. Talk to me a little bit about, let's say, if someone's what is the dream? Is there a dream partner in mind? I mean, you have so many fabulous partners. If you want to say thank you to them now, but is there talking 10 years from now, what's your dream? Is it to be in every community in New York City?
We would love to be in every community in New York City. Not only that, but expanding what that looks like outside of New York, right? Recognizing that children are everywhere. And there's so many kids that need the role model, the community partner, the intrinsic work that we do. And so we do think that Rose of Success has the ability to scale and to help every young person find their potential. However, right here in New York City, our dream is to have corporate partners that can not only help us provide access, expose our young people, not only to literacy, but to things outside in the STEM realm, anything in terms of reading and writing. We want to invigorate that in a young person, the curiosity. So any corporate partner that wants to give a young person an experience and say, hey, we would love to take these marginalized young people that are in under-resourced neighborhoods to then bring them and expose them to something that they would never have in their wildest dreams ever imagined. That's the partners we're looking for.
Magic. It's magic what you do, Sheila. Tell me how we can follow you on Instagram, how we can go to your website, how we can find out more and get involved.
We're on all the platforms. Roads to Success. .org is our email, but it's at Roads to Success on Instagram, on LinkedIn.
Following you
You
right
can
now.
definitely
I'm going to follow you right now.
follow.
I'm going to follow you right now. I hope you follow me at Monica Morales TV. But actually, I am going to add you to the Instagram page because I feel like that's also an easy way if you want to get involved and just, get the updates because your Instagram's hot. Sheila, message of hope. I always like to end with a message of hope for people watching and maybe a plea this time around because we do have that breaking news of so many families. I think it's 15 people injured. One person passed away, and that community is really hurting. Eastchester is hurting.
Yes. So I will say this. Roads to Success has always been a place of refuge and hope. And in moments like this, in the crisis that we're in crisis happen in everyday life, our mission is the same. It's to surround young people, surround families with community that believes in them, and we are that belief. We want to support them, and we want to make sure that we help them. And so for 25 years, Rose Success has been rooted in that one belief. And we really do believe that every young person deserves to feel seen, supported, and capable of building the future that they believe in.
Wow, you're so inspiring, and I'm inspired today. And I'm grateful you're doing the hard work that's needed to help these families rebuild and help our young people succeed and have the lives that they were destined to have, right? Because I always feel that I'm like, we need to make sure that we are helping our children be the best that they can be. And I just, my heart breaks sometimes, especially when I go into communities. I know that it's the opportunity. That's all that's missing is the opportunity. Thank you so much, Sheila, for being on our
Thank
show.
you.
And you're going to be on TV too, which I love. And also, I want to remind everyone at home, don't forget, we have our daily digital show now at 11 a.m. with people like Sheila who are on the same mission, community champions. And hopefully, you'll be inspired to help do something. We always want that extra dimension of television and social media where you actually do something, either helping or you want to reach out to us. You know how to do that at Monica Morales TV. And then watch us every Monday. Remember, Monica Mondays on television at 11 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. on Pix 11. So let's keep making it happen together. See you next time.